Hello, so welcome back to part two of our pizza making. The pizza crust has been in the oven for almost 30 minutes. It's about ready, the timer is about ready to go off. So what I've done is I've gotten together what I'm going to put on the pizza. Now you can do anything you want. This pizza is so good. You can put, I had some extra mushrooms, but when I go to a potluck, I usually just use regular pizza things. But you can put sauteed mushrooms on, you can put vegetables on it, you can do whatever you want. But today I'm just going to put cheese on it and then these pepperonis that I have. And they are 1 carb and less than 1 gram sugar. So I got these in a big bag like these. These are great little snacks too. And you can make chips out of them. I try to buy things that I can do more than one thing with, just so that I have it. Another thing is I got this from Dollar Tree for $1. It's pizza sauce, so I grabbed a bunch of them. It had 4 grams of carbs for 1/4 of a cup. But it had 1 dietary fiber, so it's only 3. So, and I'm not going to use 1/4 of a cup on just my piece of pizza that I eat, because it's very filling. You don't need, like when you eat regular pizza, you can eat half, I could eat almost a small pizza. This you won't, because it's all, it's good stuff. But this is actually one that I've remade, because what I did is I would look at these and see what was in them, then I'd go buy the stuff and make my own. And all that was in here was tomato puree. That's my timer, don't let it scare you. My husband says it sounds like a bomb, but it's the old-fashioned one so that I can actually hear it. It's got tomato paste in it, citric acid, which I would leave out, salt, extra virgin olive oil, spices, dried garlic, and dried onion. So I just make my own all the time, shake it up, and I keep it in here so that everybody in the fridge knows that this is pizza sauce. Okay, so I'm going to get it out of the oven because that was telling us that it was done. So it's going to be very hot. And this is what it looks like. Let me get the other. Sure. Oh, it just smells so good in here. You should. I wish you could smell. I wish they had a scratch and sniff where you could smell it. But here is your crust. Okay, that's what it looks like. So it's kind of like the deep dish crust pizza, but it is so good. I mean, it is so flavorful. I'm going to take a bite of it just to make sure. Oh, look at it. Looks like a crust too. Look at it. Don't it look like a crust? Yeah. It's very, very hot. Whew. You cannot tell that that's not a real crust. Well, it is a real crust, but the real crust from the real pizza. You're supposed to let it sit for 5 minutes because that way it has time, to sit. But because we're doing this like this, I'm not going to let it sit for a whole 5 minutes. I am going to go over a couple things with you. I came up on this, and as you know, coconut oil is a big keto item. And this is 0 carbs, but it's so nice to have. And what I did when I started is I would buy one new thing all the time so that I could add to my recipes. I could broaden my horizons and have more things to choose from. I couldn't afford to just go buy it one day and just, oust everything else. But I did, and this I came up on this week. I think this was like $7 for this big, big one. Now you can go to Dollar Tree and get the real little one for $1. And that's a good deal too. But this is just a little bit better. Another thing that I would buy, and I still buy these, is the peanut butter cups. These taste all just like Reese's. You can't tell the difference. And when I'm really having like a chocolate thing and I have to have something chocolate and maybe I don't have anything made yet, or I'm on the road, I put these in my purse. These are a great purse item. They have 18 carbs, but they have 4 dietary fibers and 12 sugar alcohol, so that's 16. So for 2 of these, you're talking 2 carbs, 1 apiece. And they're very filling. But I don't, it does have a lot of ingredients in the side of it, like almost as long as your arm. I'm trying not to eat so much of that, but when you're on the road or you're on a trip or you need to grab something quickly, I do keep these available. And I notice now they have keto fat bombs, and those are good too. But it's easier if you can make it yourself, because then there's no preservatives in it because it hasn't been sitting around somewhere. But that's just something for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake this up real good, because like I say, I made it myself. And then these silicone spatulas, if you get these, you'll have them for life. They're awesome. From Pampered Chef, and they've got the little Pampered Chef thing etched in them. They don't discolor. This one's about 10 years old, and it's still as white as it was the day I bought it. And I put it in the microwave. The microwave. I put it in the dishwasher to wash it. So let me just show you. I'm sure you know how to put pizza sauce on pizza, but we're just going to do it together. Okay, and you can be heavy-handed with it. I like to be heavy-handed with. I like lots of pizza sauce, so you don't have to be afraid of it. And then I'm just going to lightly, because I don't want to upset that crust, I'm just going to lightly scoot it around, because like I say, I don't want to upset it, because I didn't let it sit for a full 5 minutes. And what it's going to actually do is start heating up this pizza sauce for me, because it's very, very hot. But you make sure when you take this out, you don't turn the oven off. Usually we're used to turning the oven off, and you don't have to, because you have to cook it still. You have to cook the pizza part. Well, you have to brown it, actually. Everything else is done. But I like to get it around the edges. So you can't do that with a regular pizza, because it'll come off the side of the crust. But this way, in this everyday pan that I just absolutely, I know when they named it everyday, they meant it, because I use it every single day for something. And it's great because you can use it on top of the stove, you can use it in the oven, you can use it in their crock pot bottom. There's a bottom that goes with this. There's so many benefits to have the virtual party. Okay, I've got enough of that on. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead, and I like lots of pepperonis, and I've got several of them. So I'm just going to start putting those on. I'm just going to spread them around. You can make them thick. You can just spread them around however you want to do it. Okay. And while I'm doing this, I had some questions. Do I take supplements for my keto? When I started keto, I couldn't really afford to buy supplements, and I thought, if I'm ever going to do it, I got to do it myself. So that's what I did. Now that might not be what's best for you, and so I've just done it all myself. And I know there are a ton of supplements out there, and they're probably really, really good. I'm not saying they're not. It's just for me, I have done it this way, and now I'm kind of in a rut. I've been doing it so long, and it's worked that, I just don't. And then the keto strips, I tried doing that, but that was more money too, and I thought I'd rather put that money for the strips into buying food, the almond flour, the things that I need for my special eating lifestyle. So I quit buying the strips, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to be able to tell when I lose. And I was able to tell, because I could tell on my clothing. So it's not like you have to know if you're burning fat every day. You're going to burn fat if you stick to this eating lifestyle. Okay, I think I've got enough on here. Like I say, I like a lot of them. And since I'm not now you can put jalapenos on here. I mean, there's just nothing, there's all kinds of things. But I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of our pepper jack cheese on top. Okay, just a light. But this is just so easy, and I just could not believe how much it tastes like real pizza. I love pizza. That's my favorite, and I thought, how am I ever going to live without it? This I've had for several years. It's actually a batter bowl, but they also have the measurements for 4 cups, and it has a lid that goes with it. So I love it for food prep. Now this I'm just going to put on thick, because I'm going to use it all. Like I say, I like cheese on my cheese. Okay, and now we have a pizza that we just have to put in the oven. Like I say, I'm just going to use it all just so I don't have to put it up. Alright, there we go. We're going to put it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what your oven counts. And it will be so, so good. And since it's hot, I'm going to use the mats. But anyways, that's how you make the casserole. It's actually the deep dish pizza. And what I'll do is I'll put the recipe down below. Please like and share and subscribe to my videos. I really appreciate it, and thank you and have a great day.